All right, Troy Landwehr here, and I get to interview Todd Falcone. All right, one of my favorite names. My brother's name was Todd, so, but it's great to have you here, buddy.
Appreciate it, man.
I love you having you here. So we're up here in Las Vegas. Now, you've been someone that's trained thousands and thousands of people, and this is not new to you. Are you excited to be back?
Every year, it's a blast. It's like it's a family reunion for me after being in network marketing almost 30 years, so pretty fun.
So I want to hear your story. Tell people, who is Todd? How did you get to this? You know, obviously you're very successful. You actually you actually train even millionaires. You're a trainer of millionaires. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about your story. How did you get to be Todd Falcone?
I started in network marketing at 22. I was going to Long Beach State trying to get a job, and some dude called me up he actually cold called me out of the white pages. And he called me up. My name's Jim. I'm calling you from Orange County Marketing Group. We're a marketing company looking for people that can train and manage others in the expansion of our company. We want to talk to you. Word for word. That's exactly what the guy said.
Really?
I'm like, oh my God, they're hunting me down. I'm so excited. I'm going to go get a job. So I went down to what I thought was a job interview, and I ended up sitting in a business opportunity meeting in Irvine, California. I'd never heard of multi-level marketing. But I don't know. I mean, I was so naive and green and open. I didn't have any misconceptions. I didn't know what it was. And I thought, my gosh, what's not to get about this? You can make money off of other people's efforts and build a team. Let's go. I gave them my $500 on my credit card, and then they loaned me $500 at 28.99% interest on a convenience charge. I thought it started out with $1,000 in water filters in 1989, and began that journey. Failed pretty, financially, I guess, the first couple of years. But it was like, I look back at my first couple of years, I didn't make any money. I had to move home and live in the bunk beds of my parents' house, and regroup financially, cut up my credit cards, the few that I had. But I had a lot of really great training, a lot of really amazing entrepreneur training with the organization that I started in. And that was my beginning. I came back into network marketing a little smarter, did it part-time, kept my job. I quit my first job like 90 days into my first deal, thinking I'd be making 10 grand a month, and I wasn't making anything. And I'll just kind of fast forward, but my active career in the field as a distributor, I built 6 different companies to multiple 6-figure checks. I spent 11 years with the company that ended up going out of business, and then that's how I got into speaking. Some guy from that called me up and he said, "Hey, will you come and speak for my group?" And I was like, "What do you want me to talk about?" He's like, "Dude, just come and talk about prospecting." So I did, and that one thing led to another. Now I think I'm going into my 15th year of speaking full time. So
wow,
crazy journey.
Well, you've trained thousands and thousands of people. I mean, people subscribe to you. They go to your trainings. They're trying to become better. What is the tip that you can? A lot of these people are new. And they're looking at what is the advice that you can give someone that's starting out for the first time, looking to make a life change?
Honestly, it's like you got to take the right kind of actions every day. So many people kid themselves into believing that they're in the business. They show up for events, they show up for meetings, they read the books, they get into the Facebook groups, but then it's like, how many people have you actually prospected? The one thing I say on literally every stage I speak on, I do this little exercise. I'm like, okay, so you say you want to make money, and let's do a little litmus test on your commitment to the business. So the question is, the exercise is draw a box on a piece of paper, and if you're watching the video, you can do it too. Draw a box on a piece of paper, and in the box, write the number of new people that you talked to today about your business in the last 24 hours. And the reality is, there's a lot of people that are putting a donut in there, and they're putting a 0, but they're saying that they're committed to build. You should never, in my opinion, have any day where you finish your day and you didn't talk to somebody about your product or your business, because that's what we do.
Oh, that's good.
If you don't do it, you're not in the business. And that's like, why wouldn't you do it? Because that's what we do. That's all we do.
That's what you do.
Right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, they kid themselves into thinking that they're in the business, but they're not. They're just a seat warmer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so new blood is the lifeblood. You got to put that action into place. So tell me about Todd. Where have you trained? What's your projects that you're working on? How can people follow you? Because there's a lot of people that are at home right now and they're saying, how do I get more of you?
Sure. You can find me at toddfalcone.com. That's pretty easy. I pump out 3 or 4 videos a week typically that are all training oriented, focused on network marketing. For the new year, I'm going to do a lot of small group retreats. I live in heaven. I live in Bend, Oregon, which is absolutely beautiful. It's an outdoors, if you ski, fish, mountain bike, hike, like to river raft, like to be in the outdoors. It's a perfect town. So we're doing a bunch of retreats in the next year with small groups. And I think sometimes people, there's plenty of training. They need implementation. They need to act. And it's like people come even to like this event that we're all at here. It's great to be here. It's fuel for the tank. and I love coming to events. It even fills up my tank. But it's like, what are you going to do? You have this intention. You got to take the intention and turn it into action. So that's what the events that we're going to be doing in 2019 are. And they're not big events. They're like literally me hands-on with you and your business, maybe 10 or 12 people at a time, and we'll do one a month and make big changes for people.
So we were talking about that there's learn knowledge and activity knowledge, kind of up the ladder, learn knowledge and activity knowledge. We come out here for the learn knowledge, but then so many people, they need to implement that. If they don't implement it, it's nothing. What can it get? What are some of the things that you're training on that you get excited about that makes your training unique? There's a lot of people that love listening to you. What is it that you're most passionate about training people on?
Telling people the truth about what it takes to succeed and not BS them, and like let them know that it's hard work and that it takes time and that it's a journey. You're going to get frustrated and you got to push past the frustration. And like my whole brand is the Fearless Network. It's not that I don't have fear. I got plenty of fears. Everybody has them. But it's the willingness to help people push through those fears just long enough to get done what they need to get done. I'm a big proponent of helping people get into a little position of discomfort so that that position of discomfort becomes comfort for them in the future.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's great. So how long are you here in Vegas? And what's next? What is the next chapter of Todd Falcone's journey? What's your next training? What's your next gig that you're at?
Well, it's interesting. I just got back from the Ukraine.
Okay.
And now I'm here. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going skiing. I skied the last 4 days. The season just opened up, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to ski when I get home. And then I go to Japan and Korea and Manila and I don't even know, a bunch of other places as I get into January. So as soon as 2019 kicks in, it's back on the road again.
And that's great. It's great. This is what this industry has done for you. It's being able to have a lifestyle and I think that's what everyone wants. They want to have a lifestyle where they have the freedom to do what they want when they want to do it with their family, and that's and how important was that for you to be able to have, time is worth more than money, for instance, and how important is that to you?
It's everything. I mean, for me, and I don't judge anybody who wants their stuff and the giant houses and the 17 cars. I got all the cars I need. I got all the house I need. To me, it's the choice to leave on Wednesday and avoid all the traffic and go camp out with my family when everybody else is running home on Friday to pack up their stuff and run out and go camp for 2 days and then fly home and get home Sunday night in a panic. I'm like, I leave Wednesday and then we go back home the following Tuesday. I mean, those little simple things to me are the greatest benefits of being involved in network marketing.
That's
for
great.
Sure.
Well, you've been an awesome social influencer, and so many people have been following you. So many people going into your content, going into your training. Here we're at a GoPro event, and you've been a keynote speaker. How many times have you been? Several times, right? You've been
first 5
in front of thousands and thousands of people. Yeah. The last question I want to ask: how do they get your book? How do people get your book that you have?
Go to toddfalcone.com. They can get it for free. They just pay shipping and handling. Fearless Networking. We just hit over 200,000 copies of that book, which is awesome.
Congratulations, man.
That's insane. I thought,
smoking.
200,000 copies, I almost feel like an author.
And one right here. I'm getting it. I got to do it. I got to get it. I want to learn. Success leaves clues.
Absolutely, man.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Thank you. Awesome.